Hi everybody and welcome in. This is Jackie and today is April 15th. What I'm doing today is the reading for the fire element. So that takes in Aries, Leo, and Sag. This is the April, May, June quarterly reading, let's call it. At the end of December of last year, I did like a yearly forecast. So now I wanted to jump in and pull a reading here for April, May, and June for the second quarter. And you can kind of go back if you'd like and see if there's any changes, any discrepancies or whatnot. You'll be able to see how the energies are changing for you. Okay, so each of the signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag, will all have their own reading within this one video. Okay, so each sign, I'm using a different oracle, but I'm using the same tarot cards, same tarot decks, okay, over the course of the 3 readings in each video. So let's see here. So we're going to do Aries first. And I believe this is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So this is the oracle you guys are going to get for Aries. All right, so April 15th, and we want to have some information here for April, May, and June. And it may flow as one story right on through, or you may see that you have totally different energies within each month, okay? But let's take a look and see what is coming up here for Aries, April 15th. All right, so April, this is Many Masks, the Authentic Self. Okay, that card is very light. All right, so let's see. April, May brings out the Horned Cactus. This talks of resourcefulness. All right, so let's try for June. And here we have the Farther Gate. This is Bold Step Forward. All right. Okay, so let's use the Mythic Tarot here for Aries. And we'll see what is coming up here for the second half of April. So with Many Masks, the Authentic Self. This could be talking about you've been wearing a mask and you haven't really been showing yourself as that true authentic self. You may have had to change something about yourself to fit in with another group of people. It could be work, could be whatever, okay? There's some sense here of not being the true authentic self. It could also be talking about, you're one way at work, you're one way, when you're alone, and then you're one way when, you're with your family or friends, okay? So let's pull some cards and see if this brings up any particular situation, okay? So Many Masks. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. Now, it's funny because I find that these 3 cards have been showing up a lot lately when I've been doing readings. Not necessarily all together, but like throughout a reading. Okay, so that's Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles to me talks of a motherly energy. It's a nurturing, like it's like a hug kind of energy. Okay, so this could be you. This could be representing you if you're a mother, or it could be that you are a very nurturing type of energy. It's also a nurturing energy towards self. Okay, and we're dealing with this Many Masks, the authentic self, and this is for April. With the 5 of Pentacles here, there's some source or some sense of scarcity. Could possibly be talking about a victim mentality that's going on here. And like almost like a poor, pitiful me kind of energy. But we'll pull some more cards and we'll see what's going on here. And then we have the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands talks about, it could be talking about your marriage, like, that commitment phase. It could be talking, not so much a phase, but you know what I mean, like commitment. And is talking about like really good foundation to build something on, okay? So what I'm seeing here in April is that there very well could be a relationship here that we're talking about. You could be in a relationship, or it could be one that is headed in your direction and the universe is telling you, okay, it's time to start getting ready here. There's something new that's headed on your path. So being very good to yourself, okay, being true to yourself is like one of the biggest things that you could be doing right now. With the Five of Pentacles, there's some sense here like you feel like you're in a sense of lack, or you feel like you've been victimized in some way. Okay, the universe is saying it's time that you work through that so that you can have other relationships that are going to be built on solid ground here. So with this many masks, it's like, okay, be your true self and don't build relationships on what I could be or what I will be. You know, build it on what I am. And, you know, yes, everyone has flaws. And this is where you need to really look at those flaws and try to overcome is what's needed here. So let's pull a couple more cards on that just to see if there's any more information with that. So there's some type of healing here that I feel needs to be worked on for the rest of the month of April. Because with that Four of Wands, I kind of see that there's more than likely like a new relationship headed in your direction, okay? So here we have the Nine of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Three of Swords. Yeah, it very well could be that you are healing from a past relationship, any type of relationship, okay? This could be any type of relationship. And what I'm getting is that the universe is telling you, okay, it's time to be good to yourself. It's time to put yourself in a state of empowerment, a state of confidence, okay? Be confident in who you are. Don't be wishy-washy about that. With the King of Cups and the Three of Swords here, to me, this very well could be talking about putting yourself in a state of like loving yourself first. If you're able to love yourself, then you're going to be more loving towards other relationships. And for some, it's like there's this Three of Swords that you are trying to work out. You're trying to get past that, okay? So it looks here like in April, there's a lot of healing energy that you have to put towards yourself, because I really feel like coming up, could be May, could be June, it may be later because we're only dealing with April, May, and June here. But it really feels like there is possibly a new romance coming or a new connection with someone else. And you don't want to put on that like false facade and be someone that you're not, and then have this relationship, you know, crumble, okay? So that may be something that you are working on here in April. So let's pull some cards here on May, and we have the Horned Cactus. This is resourcefulness. So Queen of Swords, Two of Wands, Ace of Swords. All right, so there's a lot of communication that is headed in your direction here for May. With the Queen of Swords, very matter of fact, to the point type of energy here. I kind of feel that you are being very to the point as to whatever's going on for you in May. Two of Wands talks about starting something new. A new creative energy is just starting to, you know, come around to the surface here, and things are starting to move with that energy. Ace of Swords talks about new communication. So with resourcefulness, it kind of feels here like you may have been in a state where things have been kind of rocky or kind of prickly, okay? Because we are dealing with a cactus here, and they're kind of prickly. So it could be that you have to watch your words or watch what you say until you kind of get a feel, or you know, like for the layout of the land, whatever the situation is. But I do see that there is some type of new ideas that are headed in your direction. This very well could be talking about partnering up with someone in business to create some type of project, or partnering up with someone for, you know, for some other situation, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean work, but I do see it as like the wheels are turning here. The creative energy is moving along. And with that Ace of Swords, it almost feels like there's someone coming in to help bring in some new ideas. Okay, so it's almost like a change in the wind of some sort. Okay, and I see it as a very positive energy. Um, you know, very, I want to say methodical. It's like you know what you want to be the end result, but possibly there could be someone that's coming in here to help you get to that end result. They're going to give you some information. They're going to give you some new ideas. Okay. So it very well could be that you're partnering up with someone for the month of May to reach an end goal. Okay. So that looks good. I'm getting the feeling here like don't be so stuck in your ways that you're not going to listen to somebody. Okay. All of their advice may not be what you need, but there may be like a nugget in there that you could use, and that's going to help you go forward with this project. All right, so for June, for Aries, let's see what's coming up here. We have the farther gate. This is a bold step forward, Aries, for June. And here we have the 10 of Wands, 7 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So it really feels here like something is coming to an end. We've got that 10 of Wands, so like that cycle is done, it's over, it's completed. Now we're moving on to a change within, like moving on to a new cycle, okay? Something that was very burdensome here is going to be eased, all right? 7 of Swords, this can talk about lies, but I also see it here in this particular situation as you getting what you need, okay, to succeed. It's not, I'm not seeing it as being manipulative or anything negative in that sense, but I see it as you bringing to the table what it is that you need for success. So taking a bold step forward here. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Excuse me. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is a very slow-moving energy. It is like moving ahead towards a cause, towards an end goal. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's also going to take, there's something here about study. I'm hearing something about study. But it's also going to take some sort of, like, I have to do A, B, and C. I can't just, like, jump in and expect, you know, everything to be accomplished the way that I want it to. There's something very methodical that needs to be looked at here, okay? So something about making plans or some type of checklist. But whatever this is, I feel here it's almost like that, the Fool card, almost like taking that leap of faith, okay? Because we are doing this bold step forward. So you may be put in a position here where you're not really comfortable, but as you progress, you're really starting to see like the fruits of your labors, okay? So take what you need with you, and this is going to be talking about like wisdom and whatnot, okay? It's the know-how. And yeah, move forward with that. But I do feel that it's going to be a very slow moving energy. But yeah, there's some sense here of like stick with it, okay? You will see progress, all right? So let's pull 3 more cards here from another deck. And we're not using all of those because that was a lot. All right, so the 2 that came up face up were the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. The King of Cups has been coming up a lot here. So this is just a piece of advice over the next 3 months here, like for the end of April, May, and June. So one more card here, a 5 of Swords. All right, so you got the Ace of Cups, King of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. So as an overall energy, as an overall piece of advice for this reading, what I'm seeing is there is a new love. There's something here about a new respect that is happening for you. That King of Cups very well could be talking about a partner that you're taking on to help you get to, you know, that end goal with whatever it is that you're working on, a project for work, whatever. Okay, but there's something here about another person that's coming in to give you some advice or a helping hand. This could be someone that has emotion for you, okay? Someone that you care about. Could be like a great friend at work. Could be like a great friend in general. Could be someone that is family, okay? But they love you in the sense that they show compassion for you. They want to help you, okay? They want to help you because of the heart chakra. It's not a feeling of an obligation, okay? And then we have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is talking about there's some type of energy where like there's, I don't want to say bickering back and forth, but there's some type of energy where like opinions are expressed from, you know, both sides here. Um, Feelings may get hurt, but I don't feel that feelings need to be put in this situation. Okay, this to me is a card of everybody expressing what they need to express. Whether you use that information or not, it makes no difference. But this is a card where people are expressing their thoughts, their ideas. It's kind of like having a round table and, you know, like the think tank. Okay, everybody, let's put some ideas in here. And that's kind of what that card represents to me. Okay, so someone may be bringing a new idea to the table, a fresh take on something that you've been working on for quite a while. And that fresh take may be exactly what the doctor ordered here. All right. So don't cut everybody off at the knees, you know, first thing. Listen to what they have to say. If there's a nugget of truth or something in there that you can actually use, then yeah, absolutely use it. Seven of Swords, like I said, that is a card of taking what you need to propel you towards the future. Okay? So for April, May, and June, there may be someone in here that, you know, gives you an opinion. Whether you take it or not, it's totally up to you. However, listen to what they have to say. I think that's one of the biggest messages that are coming out here, okay? So let's see, let's put one last card here from Spirit Junkie and see what the last message is. And it says, I breathe calmly and easily. I am safe in this moment. Okay. So, like, sit back, relax, listen to what the person has to say. Don't, you know, be ready to react. Okay? Don't get triggered. Just sit back, listen, and see what happens from there. All right, so this reading was for Aries for the rest of April, May, and June. Up next is Leo. So let me put these cards away and we'll start Leo's reading. All right, so up next is Leo, and the oracle that I'm using here is the Seven Energies Oracle. So let's pull three cards here for Leo for April, May, and June. All right, so for April, here we have the Storyteller. May, we have Bearing Fruit. And June, Exposed and Revealed. All right, so in April, it kind of looks here like some story is being written. More than likely, this is your story. So what is it that you're telling yourself? What story are you writing about yourself? For some of you, it may be that you actually are writing. For others of you, it may be that you are journaling about yourself. Possibly trying to dig a little bit deeper within yourself to understand a few things that are going on. And I see that with the key showing up here in this card. To me, a key represents answers, okay? Open doors. So there may be something here where we have this card of Revealed sitting over here. This may have something to do with something being revealed or about you or a situation, okay? So then we have a Bearing Fruit. This is coming up in May. I feel here that something that you have been working on is finally going to show progress, okay? So in June, exposed and revealed, this to me talks about something is finally coming to light. There is like an understanding, okay, that's coming through. So let's pull some cards here on April with this storyteller, and we'll see what's coming up there. So for Leo, for April, we're talking about storyteller. 2 cards jumping out here. 10 of Cups and Judgment. And then we have the Hermit. This very well could be talking about you writing a story about your life, your family, you know, all of those things that have happened. Again, for others of you, I see it as there's something here about your journal or your diary, okay? And it, yeah, there's a lot of, excuse me, there's a lot of like love and emotion going on here. With the Judgment card, I see that as like some type of reunion, reconciliation, like a second chance at something. So it very well could be that the story of your life is, you know, heading to a new chapter, learning some things here about yourself, being able to change your future by some things that have been revealed to you about yourself, about others in a relationship. So something about like a second chance to change things around possibly for what's going on in your life right now. So that is in April. So May, here we have the 7 of Swords. These cards are very jumpy. Okay. So with bearing fruit, we have the 7 of Swords, 8 of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So to me, this is like things are progressing. Okay. With that 7 of Swords, this to me talks about maybe the story that you've been telling yourself. So again, it kind of goes back into April there a little bit. I feel here with this 7 of Swords, you may have been hiding something from yourself or hiding something from other people. There is some type of change or a walking away of an old ideal or some old system that you've been dealing with for a while. So, excuse me. So like I say, in April, there's some type of like second chance or some type of redo that's happening. And with the bearing fruit card in May, it's like you're changing your ideals or something here. Things aren't working for you the way that they have been. So I see this as like an inner change, okay? You may be becoming more emotional. You may be showing your emotions a little bit more. There's some sense of maybe a little bit of like romanticizing going on here, okay? So it could be your thought process about self, your thought process about your relationships with a specific person or family members, okay? Something is headed in a new direction and you're starting to see it blossom and bear fruit. Like you're starting to see something come to a place of fulfillment and more happiness, okay? And I think here a lot of it has to do with the work that you have been doing on yourself. Okay, so let's see. Let's pull some cards here for June. This card wants to come out. 10 of Wands. 4 of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles. So with the Queen of Pentacles, this card's been coming up a lot lately. This is a card of nurturing self, taking care of self, okay? Showing yourself some love and compassion. With exposed and revealed, there's some burden that is come to an end for you. It very well could be that you have been very lost, lonely, upset, okay? Feeling that, things just aren't going the way that you want them to, looking at the world and saying, okay, is this all that there is? Is this my purpose? All right. That Four of Cups to me is a card of like reflection, taking a look at what you have. And in this card, it's also a card that shows that the universe is offering you something new. There's a change of sorts that's headed in your direction. And I'm feeling that a lot of the message here today is really looking deep within yourself and doing some soul searching, being more kind to yourself, don't be so rough on yourself, is something that seems to be the big message here. Okay? When you go a lot easier on yourself, then you are able to show a little bit more compassion to other people. You are a little bit more tolerant, a little bit more accepting, and there's something here that's being revealed. Now, whether that is like something from other people or whether it's just the realization of something within yourself is coming to light, it could go either way here. But a very strong sense of a lot of deep soul searching that is going on for you. And I feel like it's April, May, and June. It could be a very emotional time for you this spring. Okay, so let's see here. Let's pull some cards here on advice for Leo for April, May, and June. So there's the Queen of Pentacles again, Temperance, and the Ace of Wands. This to me, I feel, is like when you get things balanced in your life, and I feel like a lot of you are going to have that type of realization or some type of awakening this spring, that a whole new energy is going to happen here for you. I feel here that Ace of Wands is like, it's almost like a forgive and forget. Okay, forgiving yourself from past mistakes, past decisions, whatever. But there is like a new awakening, a new feeling towards yourself, a new feeling towards other people that's headed in your direction. And yeah, it's going to be, I feel like, an emotional spring. Okay, so let's pull a last card here from Spirit Junkie, and we'll see what that message is. And here we have, let me be still today and listen to the truth in silence. Yeah, soul searching. That's what you're doing. You are really paying attention to yourself and your wants and your desires. And yeah, just being a little bit easier on yourself for past mistakes, like I say, or situations. Those things are all learning experiences, and it's, they happen to make you grow, is what they do. So yeah, it could be a time of a lot of inner reflection here for you this spring, and in that silence, in that quiet time, this is when you're going to find some truths. Okay? All right, so this was for Leo. I'll put these cards away, and up next is Sagittarius. All right, so up next is Sagittarius, and the deck that I'm using here is a Native Spirit. So we'll see what is coming up for Sagittarius for April, May, and June for 2022. Okay, so Spirit of Fire, yeah, so that is very appropriate here. All right, so Ancient Forest. And one jumping to the floor. And that is Sweat Lodge. Okay, so for Sagittarius, April, May, and June. So for April, what I'm seeing here is some spark of desire, wanting to get moving, wanting to get things going. There's a lot of creative energy going on here. So we've got the spirit of fire for April. For May, here we have the ancient forest. And to me, this is talking about like days gone by. There's a lot of knowledge here. Could very well be talking about ancestor energy. Okay. A feeling here of getting out into nature and being at one with nature, okay? And that's when a lot of intuitive hits are going to come through here for you, the feeling that I have with that. With June, here we have Sweat Lodge. This to me is something about more messages coming through. This is, I want to say it has something to do with releasing toxins. Like when we sweat, we're releasing toxins. So some of you may be doing something for the body, okay? Getting healthier in some way, doing some type of cleanse, okay? So let's see, let's pull some cards here and we'll see what's coming up for Sagittarius here for the rest of April with Spirit of Fire. I say some sense of a brand new spark or some type of creative energy that's happening here. Okay, so Two of Pentacles and the Five of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay, so a fair amount of fire energy going on here. I want to say there's something here about some type of clashing of energies, like a clashing of thoughts or ideas. There's a lot of balancing of time coming in here. And then the King of Wands, I see that as a very powerful, strong, passionate energy. So there very well could be like some new projects. You could be working with other people. Okay, so some new projects and you have to make time for that. So there may be something here about time management for the rest of April. I want to say like a very busy time, very active time. There may be a lot of people involved in your life here for the next couple of weeks until we come to the end of April. With the King of Wands, I see you as being a very strong energy. It's like you know exactly what it is that you want and you're going to head towards that. So you could be a boss, you could be in some type of leadership role here, and you may have other people under you, and you know you need to really pay attention to timing and working with others, getting projects off the ground, completing others. Okay, so you may have a very busy time for the rest of April. So let's see here, what's coming up for May? So here we have the Six of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. They're very well, again, it could be some very helpful messages that are headed in your direction. And I want to say this is ancestor energy. It's going to come to you in a way of like a sign from nature, okay? So when you're driving, maybe you see a lot of animals along the road. When you get up in the morning, like maybe you see a lot of crows in your yard. Like there's something here about nature giving you some type of sign. I really feel here with this Six of Wands, whatever this is, it's going to lead to some type of victory for you. Okay, so if it's animals, it's like, okay, go and check out what that meaning is. And see how that pertains to what you're going through at the time. This is something I want to say specifically for you. I don't feel like it's for a message for anyone else. I think it's more directed to you. Okay, it may have something to do with some family matters that are going on here. Ten of Cups. So with the Ten of Cups, this is a change in a cycle. Okay, something in the family is now over with, and now it's time to go to the next level. So it could be that you need to like start something new within your family unit here. But whatever this is, the message, whatever this means, is that you are going to have victory. It's going to put you in a much better state. It's going to put you in like a much better place, okay, like within you. There's something about chakra. I just like saw the word chakra in my mind. So there's some type of balancing within you that's going to happen here in May. And a lot of it has to do with some type of sign that comes through nature. And I want to say, like, look that up when you see it and see what that message is. Okay. So in June, here we have the Sweat Lodge. And like I said, this to me is like some type of detox or some type of cleansing that you are going to go through. For some of you, it could be that you're starting a new exercise program. For others of you, maybe you're eating better. Okay. For some of you, it's a message that maybe it's time to start that. So let's see. So here we have the Eight of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm feeling here that you're going to hear some news and it's really going to make you stop and think, okay? And then you're going to start reassessing some things in your life. More than likely it has to do with health and nutrition, okay? I see you as making new plans and getting off on the right foot in June. It may be something new that you're going to wait and start, you know, as soon as summer hits. And then it's like, okay, I'm going to start this new regimen and I'm going to make myself more healthy and have a lot more energy, more vital, okay? So yeah, there's something here that you are going to cleanse, and I do feel it has something to do with like your physicality, okay? So some energy coming in here, some type of news, could be a doctor's report, something in like is coming in, and yeah, you're going to stop and think. It's going to make you stop and think. And then you're going to start making some plans, like doing a checklist. And yeah, more than likely it's something that you're going to start by the time summer hits. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. Let's pull 3 cards here for a last message, last piece of advice. And this is for Sagittarius. All right, so 2 cards jumping out. We've got the Devil and the World. And the King of Swords. Yeah, I want to say it's a big part of this is something about relieving stress, relieving something that is a devil energy for you. Something, it could be an addiction, it could be like being a workaholic, but something is heavy, it's weighing you down, and you have the ability to break the chains from this. This is not something that you are stuck to for the rest of your life. All right, you have the ability to change this energy. With the World card, a brand new cycle that's headed here. I want to say it has a lot of happiness and a lot of potential. And then King of Swords, I see this as a doctor energy. Could be lawyer energy for some of you. I want to say that there is a truth, a new understanding that is headed in your direction. And I think it's to your best interest to really listen to it, okay? Like really listen to it. And then what you do with it after that, totally up to you. You have free will. But it's very important that you understand everything here that's being said. All right, so let's pull a card here from Spirit Junkie. We'll get one last message here for Sagittarius. And this is the April, May, June energies. And I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. Okay, so I see this as a card of support system. All right, so there's something that is going on in your life, whether it's work, whether it's private, whether it's like just within your family, personal, whatever that is. I think here that there is a big change that's headed in your direction, and you're going to be told something by someone that knows what they're talking about. And I want to say you really need to listen to that message. It's very important that you hear and understand what this person has to say for you, okay? Because you may be needing your support system around you, okay? So, important message there. All right, guys, this was the fire reading, and if you haven't yet, just go back and check out the air, water, and the earth readings. They're all posted up there this week. So I want you guys to have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, send me a comment, and I'll see you guys later.